Churchill.
Your dear letters are the only bright spot in my life, Clemmy. I fill my days writing inflammatory articles about Germany, and thus incurring the wrath of Stanley Baldwin, which pleases me no end.
Evening Standard. Have you seen it?
Well, yes.
Yes, I don't seem to have had much luck as far as Winston is concerned. He's more voluble than ever.
Germany is his new hobby horse. He won't let go of it.
Oh, you've got to make him. What?
10:30.
Yes, I will not allow him to interfere with government policy, nor indeed with the smooth running of the party machine.
I'll do what I can.
I'll have a word with someone in his constituency.
Yes, of course. A word about what exactly?
Well, there must be a large amount of local party members who are dismayed, not to say alarmed, by Winston's behavior. Encourage them to speak up. Tell them to make him aware of their displeasure. Say he's erratic, totally unreliable.
Rafe.
Hello, man. Enjoying it?
Oh, very much. You?
Oh, immensely.
Winston's been very active recently.
Active?
Oh, yeah, endless speeches, all those newspaper articles, Evening Standard, Daily Mail, everywhere you look. Created a lot of anxiety.
Yes, I'm sure.
Not surprising, really.
No.
His information is remarkably detailed. People are starting to wonder where it comes from. Of course, a lot of it could come from your department.
Yes, it could, I know.
Winston started to make some real impact. Slowly but surely, attitudes are changing. It would be unfortunate if something were to go wrong.
Wrong?
Yes, one has to be very careful. No unnecessary risks, if you know what I mean.
Yes. Here we are.
Hello. There you are, my darling.
We must defend our island from foreign aggression. Stop.
You're clear.
We should repudiate all defeatism and pacifism. Stop.
Bugger!
West Room 93. It's for you, sir, Mr. Wigram.
Our country can only be safe if it is strong. Rafe, how are you?
Winston, I can't go on with this. I'm sure they know something. We have to stop this now.
Listen, Rafe, just a little longer.
Winston, are you sure we're not making matters worse?
I don't believe we are. It's so very important what you're doing, Rafe. You mustn't stop now. Rafe KBO, remember our motto, keep buggering on. Life is drab without you, Clemmy. If it weren't for Mary, I'd be utterly miserable. Now, I just want to show you the scale, the distance. There's the south of England where we live, and there is Austria, where you went last Christmas with Mummy. Yes, and you remember how far away that was? Yes. Now, I'm going to show you where Mummy is now. Let her go! Miles and miles away. Your desert island picnic with Mr. Phillips sounds idyllic. I wish I could have been there with you.
Through the Suez Canal.
It is over 11 weeks since you left Chartwell.
Madras, Rangoon.
And I'm counting the seconds until you return.
To Komodo, where the dragons are.
It really is a long way.
It is. Paragraph. Diane has gone back to her husband, but I fear the marriage will not last. Stop. Inches, out. I'm in the middle of a letter.
Telephone, sir.
Out.
The man says it's important, sir.
Go back later.
Really important.
Who is it?
Major Sankey, sir.
Who the hell is Major Sankey?
One of your constituency workers. I think you should talk to him.
What, now?
Yes, Mr. Churchill. He's been ringing all morning.
Oh, all right, all right. Inches, you're the most irritating clod that ever walked the earth. I was in the middle of a letter to my wife, and now I've completely lost my train of thought. Idiot. Have you no sensitivity whatsoever?
There's no need to be insulting, sir. I was merely passing on a message.
Shut up, Inches. How dare you? Tell the girl to put the call through up here.
She's gone to lunch, sir.
Well, then do it yourself.
I am not acquainted with the mechanism, sir.
Oh, God almighty bloody hell. You're very rude to me, Inches.
You're very rude to me, sir.
Yes, but I'm a great man.
You're a stupid old bugger.
Mr. Churchill's in trouble.
How do you mean?
Mr. Baldwin or someone high up is trying to get him pushed out.
Of what?
The Conservative Party.
Don't be daft, girl. They wouldn't do a thing like that.
They don't like all his speeches about Germany. They want to shut him up.
Well, can they do that, Mrs. B? Just kick him out?
They could, I suppose. Yes. Organise a vote of no confidence, something like that.
They never get over it.
I know.
I tell you this, Mrs. P, if they do kick him out, I shall never vote Tory again. Never. Not even Liberal.
Bastards, how dare they? Buggers! This is absolutely the worst thing of my whole bloody life. I'm surrounded by enemies. They call me a warmonger because I speak the blunt truth. Baldwin is behind all this, Stanley bloody Baldwin. No better than an epileptic corpse. Who is in charge of the clattering train? The axles creak and the couplings strain. The pace is hot and the points are near. And sleep has deadened the driver's ear. And the signals flash through the nights in vain. For death is in charge of the clattering train.
He'll be needing a glass of champagne.
Possibly, too.
Charlie, Mummy's nearly finished, and then I promise we'll go out to the park.
There's someone to see you, ma'am.
Oh, who?
Mr. Pettifer.
Pettifer? To see me? We'll go in a minute, darling. What are you reading, Charlie? Good afternoon, Miss Pettifer.
Mrs. Wigram.
I'm afraid my husband's not home.
It was you I came to see.
Me? Please, do sit down.
Thank you. I need your help in a rather delicate and confidential matter. The Prime Minister feels it would be advantageous if your husband did not see quite so much of Mr. Churchill.
What do you mean?
It's perhaps not wise. Not good for him.
Not wise for who?
Your husband.
Well, then shouldn't you be telling this to my husband?
I'm quite sure he takes note of what you say.
What my husband does is his own business. I wouldn't dream of trying to interfere.
No, of course not. But do remember, your husband is the head of an important part of the Foreign Office. It's not a good idea for him to tell Mr. Churchill what's going on.
Why? If indeed he has been.
Please, Mrs. Wigram, don't let's argue about this.
Please, Mr. Pettifer, don't treat me like a child.
If your husband persists in seeing Winston, he may find himself being posted somewhere inconveniently distant, which would, of course, be difficult with regard to your son. Difficult for him to travel, I mean. Difficult also, I should imagine, to find the appropriate medical assistance in certain parts of the world. I dare say it would mean your having to stay here.
You've made a foolish mistake, Mr. Pettifer.
Oh?
A tactical error. When a member of the government comes to my house and threatens me so openly, it only goes to show how extremely important it is that my husband continue his friendship with Mr.